So you guys notice that the crypto market is rallying right now, right? You guys notice that the crypto market's rallying. Did you buy the dip? Did you buy the dip? Or did you wait on the sidelines? You were waiting for prices to go lower and now the prices are up, right? Are you guys going to get another chance at those prices that we just got? Right? Are you guys going to get better prices? Are you guys going to get those prices again? The answer is that I don't know, right? I don't know. But it does remind me of a very important concept that you guys can take from this video, okay? And it's very, very important. I touched on it a little bit yesterday, but the point and the principle remains, and I think it needs to be repeated, okay? It needs to be repeated. And that's to stay ready. All right, we're gonna get into that concept. But before I do, I need to let you guys know that nothing in this video is financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not your financial counselor. What you decide to do with your money is up to you, and you need to take responsibility for your buys and your sells, okay? Now, if you guys have been paying attention to my content, you guys know that I'm expecting prices to go back to where they were at the end of the month, early April or late April to early May, all right? Now, that doesn't mean that that's gonna happen, right? That just means that based on the data that I see and based on the indicators that I use, it's looking like pretty likely that we either go back to that area or we chop a little bit, and the bull market is a little bit delayed until the second half of May is when I would expect prices to get, heated up, and, the bull market dip is over and we go up from here, okay? But the more important thing, guys, is to stay ready, okay? Stay ready for green candles. The crypto market obviously moves very quickly, right? It moves extremely quickly. It moves faster than any other market, okay? 1 year in crypto is the equivalent of 10 years in equities, all right? 1 year in crypto is the equivalent of 10 years of price action in equities, right? It moves very, very quickly. Dips are very, very aggressive, all right? Pumps are even more aggressive than the dips. The prices run up on you very, very quick. And that's why you guys need to be ready when we're in dips, when we're in areas of boring, choppy price action, such as right now even, after the rally, right? The past couple months, it's been choppy, it's been boring, but mentally you guys gotta stay ready for green candles. At any point, all the FUD about the tariffs, all the everything can be, it can go away. There can be bullish narrative, and at any point the price just runs up on you and the dip is over, right? Let's take the example of when Bitcoin was down at $25,000 in the beginning of 24, right? The beginning of 24. We rallied up to 40, went down to 25. Everybody was calling for a recession. People have been calling for a recession since the COVID, basically, right? $25,000, BlackRock, the ETF gets approved by BlackRock. The price just goes up to 85,000, no chill, basically. $80,000, no chill, right? Breaks all-time highs. Same thing with after Trump was elected. Prices were hovering around the 60s, 70s, even the 50s. I think it even touched the 50s. Trump got in office, prices rallied pretty much with no chill, straight up to 100 plus, all right? The prices have no chill when they really pump. And that's why in periods of boring times, you guys have to stay ready. Mentally, you guys got to be ready for green candles and realize that the prices can reverse at any time, especially in the crypto market, okay? The crypto market's very volatile, but that just means that it's a very misunderstood asset class. And the prices going up and down is simply just people in the market not understanding or them trying to figure out the value of Bitcoin, right? If people actually had conviction and they actually did research and they actually knew, the price of Bitcoin would be way higher than it is right now, right? But it's not yet. It takes time for people to be able to recognize those things, and it's a slow growth thing. It's called an adoption curve in finance. Okay, so don't lose focus, you guys. Dips don't last forever, right? This dip does not last forever. We've been in a long dip, and we've had plenty of opportunities to get really cheap prices on a lot of cryptos for a long period of time. All right, don't take it for granted. The prices can run up on you super quickly. And once the prices are gone, it's gone. The opportunity's done, right? You guys need to seize the moment. Seize the moment and don't hesitate during red periods of red candles and periods of cheap prices and discounts, right? All that means is that there's fear. And when everybody's scared, that's when the action's taken for you to make money, okay? So like I said, prices can reverse at any time, all right? It can change its mind, right? It can change its mind all the time. Think about, if you're dating, all right? And, for the men out there, if you're dating a woman, all right? And she changes her mind. They change their mind all the time. It's like, it goes like the wind, right? It goes like the wind. Women's emotions change. They fluctuate, right? The market's the same way, all right? The market's the same way. You have to stay logical, and you have to stay on your path, and you have to stay rational, okay? You have to stick to your thesis. If something changes in your thesis, then that's a different story, right? Then variables change, and then you have to pivot, or you have to pivot accordingly, okay? But you have to stay steady, right? Even if the emotions of the broader market goes left, goes right, goes left, goes right, you got to stay stoic. You got to stay logical, and you got to stick to the process, and you got to trust the process, okay? And the process is that over time, this crypto is a game of attrition, and over time you will succeed and you will prosper if you are consistent and you put time in the market, you pay attention, and you understand what's happening, and you buy on discounts, and you take profits when it makes sense for you to do so, okay? Sounds simple, but it might be more difficult for you to implement than I'm making it sound, which is why that you guys should if you guys want to get coached by me so I can make this super simple and make it super easy for you to do it, you guys need to look down in the description of this video, jump in my free Telegram, and you guys need to message me privately. I have a few spots open for coaching, okay? And it's not a guarantee that that's going to last forever, especially as this audience grows and this brand grows. I'm not taking on more than 10 clients, okay? So if you guys are interested in that, you guys need to jump on that and message me and take advantage of it now, before the demand increases for that, all right? If you guys want to subscribe, if you guys like my type of content, if you guys want to subscribe, hit the notification bell, like this video, share this video with a friend that wants to get into crypto or that you think should get into crypto, all right? Instagram, Chase Your Grace, all right? TikTok, Chase Your Grace, almost at 300 followers on TikTok, very, very fast growing, all right? Thank you guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Short, brief video, to the point. I hope you guys get the message. Bless up.